just really, really excited. I mean, first of all, with the record, I'm going to say 11-1, and the team that scares me the most is the Penn State, not Notre Dame, not Nebraska, no, and certainly not Michigan. But Penn State, I still think it's going to be and I'm thinking about coming out to that game. That's the only team that I think right now on our schedule. That's the way I'm looking at it, because I think that, for one thing, I think the game is going to be. Not only is it a Big Ten game, a league game, but also I think it's going to be a very, very important game. And Notre Dame really, really, really don't scare me. We owe them from last year, so that's what I'm looking at right there for that. But the reason why I called tonight is I want to talk about the disrespect for our team. Who was it? I think it was Jacob Hester. Sometime I listened to his show, and I think he played fullback for LSU. He said when he was leaving the LSU USC game, he said he found himself surrounded, walking out the stadium by USC fans, and he said they was calling him every name in the book, and I was like, yes, that's right. What I want to hear. And he said he didn't even get mad about it because he understood it, because LSU had been talking the whole week. And it's always this thing about the SEC, and the Big Ten is that way too. I mean, then you turn to the Big Noon show, and you got Chris Webber on there, and he's talking, and he's already apologizing to UCLA and USC and the new teams coming in the Big Ten. He said, y'all come in here, we're gonna beat y'all down. It's always a disrespect thing. It's something about the teams out west, and I can understand some of the teams. Maybe there was a little running gun or whatever. But USC, man, I remember I went to the 05 Rose Bowl, and Michigan quarterback all that week, John Navarre, he was talking the same thing. We're going to teach them how to play smash mouth football. Who got smashed? They got smashed in that Rose Bowl. I was sitting on the third row behind the USC bench. I still got pictures of it, man. I couldn't believe it. I took my son. He was crying. My nephew was crying, because they're big Michigan fans. When we walked in the Rose Bowl, when I saw all the people there, I said, man, it's going to be a long day for y'all today, baby. It's going to be a long day. But it's just a disrespect thing. I mean, because think about it. Even if you see, who was that played, I think it was last weekend. It may have been Arizona State and Mississippi. Straight out. Everybody, every talk show I listen to. Oh, man, Mississippi State. It's always like that when it comes to a Pac-12 team. It was just always like that. So my thing is, hey, I know we're in the Big Ten now. Hey, and I'm rooting for everybody that's coming in. Of course, except for Oregon. I can't stand them. I hate Oregon and I hate Utah. I can't two teams. I always want them to lose. But it's just the disrespect thing. And when I'm looking out there, when I'm looking at Shelby and Thompson, man, and I'm looking at the kid we got from Vanderbilt. Man, we got dudes. I'm looking at their body types.
Yeah.
Man, I'm so impressed. And I'm like, just watching the game last week, and I'm like, man, and that's what we're supposed to do to a team. When we play in a team that's playing a team that's a few divisions down, we're supposed to kill them. We're not supposed to give up no points. And that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I've been waiting for. And I've been telling all my friends here is Deanton Lynn, and they don't know about him. And that's the whole point. They don't know. And that's the thing. To me, he's the most important part of our team. I mean, because I was telling my friends, even when he speaks like a head coach. And it's going to be interesting when they play Michigan, because y'all know he learned under Michigan's defensive coordinator. He learned under Martindale, with the Ravens. So that's going to be something. And what I'm going to look for in the Michigan game when I watch them tomorrow is, I think the guy's name is Tuttle. I think he was a quarterback at Indiana. And I always thought that he would be their quarterback. And I think he may play a little bit tomorrow. So watch for him. And because Davis Warren, he keeps throwing off his back foot. He ain't ready. He's not ready. And they have no confidence in the other guy. So, man, I'm looking for us to come in here and roll. And I'm not saying it like I'm just overconfident, because the one thing about it is, my friends would tease me and be like, y'all ain't got no defense. But you know what? After watching that game Saturday, Michigan has no offense.
Right.
Okay? And I don't care how good your offense is. Man, if they on the field, I mean, your defense is. I don't care how good your defense is. But if they're on the field the whole day, and that's what happened in the Texas game, if they can't score, I don't care how good they are. They're going to get wore down. And I see the same thing happening with us. I think we got better wide receivers in Texas. I think we got a better tight end in Texas. So, man, I'm going to say, even for that game, I'm going to say 24. I'm going to say 24-6. I'm going to say they're not even going to score a touchdown.
Wow.
That's where I'm putting it at. That's where I'm putting it at, because I fell for the thing last week with the Michigan-Texas. I felt that Texas was going to win, but I felt the defense was going to keep them in. But after seeing that, I'm like, no, they don't have no offense. They don't have no offense. Defense can't stay on the field. And the thing about it, y'all know we're going to run the ball. You know we're going to run the ball. We're going to do that. And the thing about it is, if they thought Texas wide receivers was something, man, wait till they get a look at ours. So I'm ready, guys. That's all I got tonight. I know you got some callers, man, but I am so excited. And Tim and Matt, you know what I was saying the whole time? Let's roll with the guys we got. And if they coach them up, and that's what's happening right now,
yeah,
it's coaching. It's coaching, man. I'm telling you.
You're talking.
Coaching. It's just that whole defensive staff.
John, you're talking about Devin Tompkins, and then and I think you meant Nate Clifton, right, from Vanderbilt. The body types on here, but you know, and then you got someone like Shelby, and then Lucas, right? The size of these dudes. I mean, these guys are dudes. You know what we're not talking about? We haven't even said Bear Alexander yet. Okay,
we talking about Bear.
So
I know
Bear's gonna get that switch, and that switch comes on, and you got Shelby, and you got Tompkins, and you got Bear.
Oh my
and, you know, it's going. You know, Clifton's getting some great reps in there, and Kobe Pepe. I'm telling you, if you watch it, he's pulling double teams, just like they talked about. He's pulling double teams in the front there, which is freeing stuff up for the linebackers. Why do you think our linebackers are getting so live in the backfield? So I mean, it's what it's about. You know, I'm really excited about this defense. I agree with you. Notre Dame, Michigan, these teams do not have it. You know, they're making fun of us for not having a defense last year, Matt. Dude, did someone forget their offense back at the hotel? Because I'm telling you right now, both those teams have zero offense. Do they care? Does Sharon Moore care about offense? Right? Is that a problem going on? And does he care? What do you say? Does he even care about I don't think they even care about offense, Sharon Moore. I don't know. What do you think?
No. I'm a definitely say, man, why y'all tell me we was this deep though? I mean, man, we rotating guys in and out. I'm loving it, bro.
I saw how big these guys were. I saw how big these guys, but we didn't get to see a lot of teamwork. Then I got to see that scrimmage, but then it was just a scrimmage. But when I saw these guys up close on the field against LSU, saw those pads popping, not just the big guys up front, but like we're talking about, like the previous caller, Steve talked about. Guys are blending together. You know, yeah, Keely Arnold. You know, and the way these guys are playing, it's just, to me, I can't wait to see what this defense is going to do. Because, again, this defense is just, I can't remember who said in the chat, this defense is just going to get better and better. There's no doubt this defense to get better. And like I said, the very, very first week, Miller Moss, every single rep, every single pass, every single game is going to get better and better and better.
Wow.
And I mean, that's why I asked you guys, what's our ceiling? You know, what is the ceiling of this team? Because it has to be a lot different than we came into the season with. Matt's gonna be the voice of reason in a moment, but I'm gonna tell you this. I don't see an offense that we play this year outside of Penn State that's gonna be able to challenge our defense. I'm gonna go on record saying that. I might be mistaken. But you know, LSU, who tried to run the ball down our throat with Emory, is a great back, by the way. And that offensive line, that veteran big offensive line, I watched Michigan's offensive line. I'm not so scared anymore about them leaning. Go ahead, try to run at us. Please try to be one dimensional, because you guys sure as heck can't throw the ball. So if they can keep leveling, and by the way, also look at, I mean, those tight ends that they had at I forgot the guy's name. There's a great tight end for LSU. You know, he ate a little bit in the first half, but we figured that out really quick. And so Loveland is going to get his. I know he's a great tight end. We're not going to shut him down. But outside of that, I just don't see a lot of offense on that team whatsoever. Definitely not on the offensive line.
No.